Here we're going to take a look at what I call Nifty Nines. Here on the column on the left, all we've done is written the 9 times table, and now we want to look at the 9 times table, the answers, and recognize any patterns that we see. One of the immediate patterns that come to mind is if you look in the tens column, you will see that the product or the answer in the first case begins with 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in ascending order. And then of course if we go start at the bottom and move up, we see that it goes from 0 all the way up to 9 in a descending order. So this is 0, 9, 1, 8, 2, 7, and of course if we look at each of the numbers and we do what we call a digit sum, whereby we take the 2 digits that are in the answer and add them together, we find out in every case when you multiply a number by 9, the digit sum equals 9. And that's to say that 0 and 9 equal 9, 1 and 8 equal 9, 2 and 7 equal 9, 3 and 6 equal 9, 4 and 5 equal 9, and so on. And that's the case with any number as large as you wish that you multiply by 9, that once you add up all the digits, you will get a sum of 9. Now, one of the other things that we can recognize in multiplying by 9 is that if you multiply, say, 6 times 9, using the rules we just established, what you do is you take the 6, you reduce it by 1, which will give you 5, and then you add whatever you need to 5 to make 9, and that's a 4. So again, if we try another example, 8 times 9, reduce 8 by 1, that gives you 7, and 7 plus what will give you 9? The answer is 2, so the answer is 72. One of the other really neat things we can do in recognizing our 9 times table is this thing called dactylonomy, which is literally defined as counting with your fingers. And if you remember, there was a time, perhaps your parents will tell you that they weren't allowed to do that in school. Now it's encouraged. Here's what we can do, recognizing that, of course, whenever you multiply by 9, the answer always has a digit sum of 9. So here's what we're going to do. In this example, we're going to say 3 times 9. So if you hold your hands up, similar to the hands here in the picture, and you count from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10, and then whatever number we're multiplying by 9, let's say it's 3 in this case, you put that finger down. And then with every finger, and then you count all the fingers to the left of that down finger. So there's 2 fingers to the left of the down finger. 1, 2. So that's going to be your tens column, or 20. The answer is going to be 20 something. And then if we count all the fingers to the right of the down finger, we're going to find out that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that becomes your ones column. So ultimately the answer is 27. Now continuing on with our Nifty Nines, this is a pretty neat trick that you can use with your parents or with your friends or with your siblings, and it seems to catch everybody's attention. First of all, what you're going to do is you're going to choose a number between 1 and 9. So pick 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, and ultimately we're going to multiply that number by 9. So if you choose 6, for example, you're going to multiply 6 by 9. Now how you go about that, you could refer back to what we just talked about, and remembering that whatever number you pick and multiply it by 9, the digit sum, or when you add up the answer, the digits in the answer, you're always going to get 9. So that's what it asks you next. Add the 2 digits in your answer. And I've just given a bogus example here because this will never be the case. But it's always good to do that, to throw off your audience a little bit. But in our case, let's say that we pick number 6, we multiply it by 9, that's going to be 54. We add the 5 and the 4, That's always going to give us 9. And then the next step says subtract 5. Well, 9 subtract 5, we all know is 4. And everybody who gets to this stage will always have the answer 4. Then you're going to find the corresponding letter in the alphabet, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and of course 4, D is 4. And now we ask people to think of a country that begins with that letter, D. And there's only a few countries that come to mind. Well, you know, the most common that people pick is Denmark. Others might pick the Dominican. But regardless, 90% of the people who try this pick Denmark. And then you ask them to pick an animal that begins with the second letter of that country, and that's E in Denmark. And then think of an animal that starts with an E. Everybody again picks elephant, and you think of the color of that animal, and it's gray. And then when people are thinking that, then you tell them gray elephants don't live in Denmark. And of course, all you need to understand to do that problem is this stage here is when you multiply something by 9, the digit sum, or adding the 2 digits of your answer, will always give you 9. And the rest of it is just following through on really common terms like Denmark and elephant and gray. And you'll astound the people that you try this on.